In Jurassic World, we were reintroduced to InGen's chief geneticist, Dr. Henry Wu, who was shown to have continued his work long after the terrible incident of Jurassic Park. Here, we get a better look at Wu's character during the park's descent into chaos, and this character's progression is something that comes not from the new screenwriters, but actually from the pages of Crichton's first novel. Unfortunately, the general public seems to have forgotten where Jurassic Park originated, and Henry Wu's reintroduction and heavy usage in these sequels has left many unaware of where his arc may be going. Needless to say, in that first book, Henry Wu was given far more development than what we saw in the movie from '93. To illustrate just how much information the newer films have mined from the source material, I'd like to go over a chapter from Crichton's novel titled Version 4.4, wherein Wu sets up a meeting with John Hammond to discuss genetically modifying the park's dinosaurs to better suit their customers' needs, something that we can draw a direct comparison to in Jurassic World. Hammond and Wu stood in the billionaire's jungle bungalow. Henry had come here to discuss a major problem that he'd wanted to talk about for some time now. He placed the folder down on the coffee table, blueprints for what he'd hoped would soon come. "I really think you should consider my recommendations for Phase 2, Wu said. "I think we should go to version 4.4. This surprised Hammond. "You want to replace all of the current stock of animals?" he asked. And Henry agreed that yes, he did. Hammond immediately asked what was wrong with the dinosaurs, and Wu gave the simple answer of nothing. Nothing was wrong with their dinosaurs, except that they were real dinosaurs. Hammond began to smile. "That's what I asked for, Henry, and that's what you gave me." Wu began to show concern. How could he explain this to John? The man was barely on the island, and the dinosaurs he'd wanted were up and running all over the place. This would be difficult. Henry began to construct his argument. "Look, as we stand here, almost no one in the world has seen a living dinosaur. Nobody knows what they're really like. The dinosaurs we have are real, but in certain ways they're unsatisfactory, unconvincing. I could make them better." Hammond stopped him. "Better in what way?" he asked. Henry replied that for one thing they're too fast. People aren't used to seeing big animals move that fast. They may be underwhelmed. We could easily breed them slower and make them more domesticated. "Domesticated dinosaurs?" Hammond asked. "Henry, no one wants domesticated dinosaurs, they want the real thing." "But that's just it," Henry rebutted. "I don't think they do. They want to see their expectations, which is totally different. You said it yourself, John, this park is about entertainment, and that has nothing to do with reality. Entertainment is antithetical to reality." Hammond gave out a long sigh. "Now look," he told the scientist, "what we have here is real dinosaurs." Now Wu stopped his employer and began to bring up another subject. "Not exactly. I don't think we should kid ourselves here. The past is gone. We can never recreate it. All we've done is reconstruct the past, or at least a version of it. And I think I can make it better." "Better than real?" Hammond asked. Wu saw this as an opportunity to explain his point. "Why not? After all, I've already modified them to bring them to life. We gave them growth hormones to make them big as quick as possible. Why stop there? Why not create the dinosaur the visitors want to see? One that is more acceptable to the visitors?" "But Henry," Hammond said. "But they wouldn't be real." "But they're not real now," Henry asserted. "That's what I'm trying to tell you. There isn't any reality here." He stopped. He could tell from the expression on Hammond's face that he wasn't getting through. The billionaire got up and put his arm around Henry's shoulders. "Now, Henry," he started, "I think you've gotten cold feet. You've been working so hard for so long, and you've done a hell of a job. But it's finally time to reveal to some people what you've done. And it's perfectly normal to feel a little nervous, but I'm convinced that the world will be entirely satisfied. We have real dinosaurs out there right now. That's what people want to see. And that's what they should see." And then smiling, Hammond opened the door and gestured for Henry to leave. If you've seen Jurassic World, you should have little trouble picking up on this old chapter's relevancy to the current film canon. In the fourth film of the series, Wu states that Masrani ordered the creation of the Indominus Rex, an animal that was built to better satisfy the park guests after a few years of waning sales prompted a much-needed change. In that particular film, Henry even states that Masrani is acting like they are engaging in some mad science when they are doing what they've done from the beginning. Nothing in Jurassic World is natural. We've always filled gaps in the genome with the DNA of other animals, and if their genetic code was pure, many of them would look quite different, but you didn't ask for reality. You asked for more teeth, which is what novel Wu had wanted to experiment with from the very beginning of Crichton's first book. The scientists' ambition to create an animal that would satisfy the park's guests as well as innovate and improve on what natural creatures had come before was the main motivation for all of his actions. And finally, after all of these years, it looks like we're beginning to see that on the big screen. Unfortunately for Dr. Wu, this path of blind ambition leads to a very poetic end that he most definitely did not see coming. But that's a topic for a wholly different video. Now, before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, like Ryan Seavey, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank my park workers and InGen hunters as well, Jamie Absalom and David Gershenfeld. Words can't really express how awesome it is to have you guys help me build this thing up, and I seriously am eternally grateful for every ounce of support that you've shown me. It honestly means the world. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like, and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you on the next video, guys. And as always, take it easy.